Today I'm going to show you how to fully service the Worcester Greenstar RI, and the Junior as well is the same layout, so it'll be covering that as well. If you enjoy, please drop a like, and if you want to see more service bits and gas works, be sure to subscribe and check out my channel. Here are some photos of some of the heat cells which go neglected and they turn out all ribbed and leak. So they definitely need servicing regularly, and keep an eye on those red seals, change them if needed, change any other seals. So I can't stress how important the servicing is on these Greenstars and any boiler really. Some of the clips are of different models, same boiler or RI of the Junior, just because I didn't get a good video on one of them and I got a good video on the other, so I've just combined the two on some occasions. But it's the same principle and I'll go through it all. I'm not going to cover the basics in this video. They're all listed here on a couple of pages. If you want me to go into detail of them, just drop a comment below and I'll be sure to make a video of that. Make sure it's electrically isolated correctly. You want a 3 amp fuse in there. It's a gas boiler. If it's an oil boiler, it's usually 5 amps. But this obviously is a gas channel, so make sure you've got a 3 amp fuse in there. Make sure that casing seal is all in one piece and pushed on correctly. Find the fan test point on top of the boiler with the white cap. Attach your manometer, put the boiler in high speed. If you don't know how to put it into service mode, then check out my other video. You should get a negative reading. The higher the negative reading, as in -5, -6 is better than -2s and 3s. Check the manual, they're all different for the outputs and different models, and it will tell you whether the heat exchanger needs cleaning or not. Obviously you want to check the flue, make sure that is clear, and also the trap before you go changing or cleaning the heat exchanger rather. But it was a bad reading, so we're going to be cleaning the heat exchanger out in this case, or the heat cell, Worcester like to call it. On the gas valve, just above it, there's a clip and a black plastic nut. Put out the clip, undo the nut, and pull the gas valve tube up. Then you want to undo the little nut on top of the heat cell. There's a little plate as well behind that. Keep them all safe. Then unplug the fan assembly and pull off the earth tab, and then the whole fan and burner arm rotates and then pops upwards. Make sure you've got dust sheets and anything to keep the work surfaces safe, and also the components, you want to keep them safe as well. Pull off the electrode leads from all three. Then you can remove the plate, and followed by the electrodes, all as one set. Pull them out, remove the WB6 burner gasket, the red one, they always need replacing. Undo the access hatch on top of the boiler, just held on by one screw. Pull that plate off. And you can start to take out the burner and the baffles as well. You're going to need a special tool to take out the baffles. It comes in a Worcester kit, and both sides are used. So use one side to pull the first one out and then flip it over, and you can use the next and then pull these out. Once these are out, give them a good clean with the brushes, air duster, before they go back in. And when you're ready, make sure the condense trap's out, because you don't want to get it full of dirt. It's just one other thing to clean after again. Get a little container underneath, and then using the brush you got with the kit, take the sump cover off, get your hoover on that, get the brush in there, in and out, keep twisting it as well, and just keep repeating until it's clean. You want to make sure the electrodes are nice and clean. If they're too damaged or worn down, then replace them as necessary. Same with the gaskets, always replace the red seal, so make sure you carry loads of them on board. There's a couple other seals as well. You want to check the fan diaphragm, or the flapper, I believe Worcester call it. If you pull off the red cover or brown cover on the fan assembly, it should be in one piece, and that should be free as well. If it's sticking, you'll probably get a smell of gas as well in there, so you want to make sure that's in one piece and it's free to move if you poke it. Check the fan gas rubber tube for splits. Inspect that thoroughly. Boiler back on. Want to check that reading again, the negative reading. I want to make sure it's more in the minus than it was before, with the heat cell all nice and clean. This one we can see the reading, it's good. I'll show a screenshot of what it can be and what's tolerable, and here we can move on to the next step. Check the burner seal with a little mirror. Run that round that red seal, make sure it doesn't steam up, so it shows you haven't got any gaps or it's not under tight. Do this anyway if you're doing any servicing work on any burners. Just checks the seals. Even run it around the test point just to be double checking that it's nice and tight. Make sure the inlet pressure is what you want it to be as per the MIs. If it is, then we can move on to checking the CO2 and the CO levels and adjust it as necessary on the gas valve with the minimum and maximum adjuster. It's going to carry on for a couple of minutes just adjusting this one, so it took a while to adjust. So if you're not bothered about that, you can skip ahead. Now you want to start by adjusting the maximum first, which is the smaller 2.5 hex key you're going to need, but I cut that out of the video, so actually the first you'll see on the video is the minimum, so I'll just go through that first. But you should start with the maximum and then go to the minimum and then back to the maximum. So the minimum, you'll need a 4mm hex key, so take off the dust cap, and if you go have it running on full maximum, you want to get the reading, the CO2 percentage at 9.2, give or take 0.5. So if you turn that key clockwise, it will go up, and anti-clockwise for down. Get it to 9.2 or as close as you can. Turn it to maximum, and then you want to remove that dust cap and use a 2.5mm hex key. And it's the opposite way around, so clockwise would be going lower and anti-clockwise will be higher. I'll show a screenshot of that as well. From there, once you've got that as close to 9.8, go back to the minimum and just keep going back and forth, making sure they're still at the settings you want it to be, 9.8 and 9.2. This differs on output and obviously natural gas, LPG. So I refer to the MI. I'll do a screenshot of this particular one, and you can see there. And sometimes it does take a bit of time to get them both where you want them to be. This is a good example of adjusting one of these gas valves, because sometimes they are quite lengthy to do. So just take your time, make sure you get the readings as close to the readings you want to be. Again, check your MIs, make sure you've got the right levels for that boiler. Don't just assume they're the same as the last one. That about does it for this episode. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like. And if there's anything you want to see, like how to service a boiler or a question about a particular boiler, even one that I haven't shown yet, leave a comment below and I shall get back to you. Cheers folks, stay safe.